We carry, as souls beings that we are, vows and imprints that we are not aware of, that come from other lifetimes. In this video, I will explain a bit how these are produced, so to speak, how they are connected with our lifetime here, which are they, and how to break them. Okay, so we need to understand that even though we have this lifetime here and we call the other lives past lives or future lives, everything happens now because time doesn't exist. So actually what is happening, you need to imagine like an oversoul. It's like this, my hand, and then it spreads like, and we have the fingers, but all of them have this in common. So this, you can see the forearm has the oversoul. Okay, and all of these are parallel, but because of course you can say this is in front of this or this is in the behind, but you know, all of them exist at the same time. So what happens is our soul coming here to a human experience, to this dimension, has a specific purpose, a specific theme that want to experience. So we distribute different lessons and different experience throughout different lifetimes. Okay, in this one, right now in this planet, what's happening in this plane of reality, it's many souls came here to do like a wrap up, like finally get it done, in the sense that all the missing pieces, all the lessons that were not integrated, and all the skills that were learned and mastered will be used in this lifetime to close the circle and to become fully aware and to embody our higher self fully and completely. So it's like a merging between the higher self and what we call the ego. That of course, due to trauma and our experience, we have a fragmented ego, but by doing this healing and integration, then we align with our higher self and we can fully embody it and live from this place. Okay, so far so good. I don't think I'm saying so many things that are new, or that at least everything is new, but I hope you got some information that it's useful then. Why to understand this? Because we are not dealing only with things that we determine in this lifetime. We are being affected by the connections and by the energetical imprint that our oversoul has, and that applies transversal to any lifetime. Yeah, this is what I figured it out, and this is what I want to share, because it was a revolutionary in my auric field when I could change this, when I could found this and understand the roots. Sometimes I needed to integrate past life, and sometimes I just felt the energy, work with it, and released it. Okay, so there are two different categories so far that I have understood. One is vows that you have taken, and the other is imprints that are like energy currents that we choose to navigate. So we they are like the template, so we are able to have certain experience. I will explain. A vow can be, for example, you took a vow of silence, and now you want to express yourself, you want to use your voice, because voice, the throat chakra, is not just about being able to talk, it's about to being able to express yourself, to say your truth, to fully open up your expression. Okay, creativity down here and down in the sacral chakra, but then the expression, it's connected, happens through the throat chakra. Okay, so if you took a vow of silence in any lifetime, no matter where, or the reason, known or unknown to you, conscious or unconsciously, whatever reason you had to do so, it is affecting you now in this lifetime. Another example, I will choose the imprint now. You have, for example, the imprint of being a martyr. There were lifetimes that this exploration of the theme of self-sacrifice and being the one who suffers and takes all the pain and all the drama and blah blah was, for a variety of reasons, interested to our souls to explain, to experience that amount of pain. A parenthesis, this is also related with a way of balancing out karma, because we had experience that we were the overpowering, we are the abuser and so on. So we have a life of self-sacrifice and martyr. It's like we are receiving the other end of our actions in the same lifetime, so it gets dense. Okay, close parenthesis. But what happens, this creates an imprint, and these imprints are active in us, either if you are aware or if you are not aware. Now, what I get to understand, it's not all souls have all vows active and all imprints active, but I will share all of those who I have worked with for me in this lifetime that are connected to all my experiences. And I assume that at some point everyone will experience them, So I will share them, okay? You take notes because I also needed to take notes. And then you can work one by one. I will teach you how. So, vows. We can take a vow of silence, poverty, scarcity, celibacy, solitude, and rejection of power. Regarding imprints, we can be dealing with imprints of persecution, martyr, self-sacrifice, abandonment and betrayal, and suicidal missions. It's called like going on a mission and never succeed, having an intention in life and never succeed. So it's called suicidal. But it can also be literally that you deal with suicides after suicides, like you need to abort your physical life in that, and you always feel stuck in this loop, reincarnation and suicide, and you don't break it through that desperation to healing. Okay, so in this lifetime there are also people dealing with this. So what do you do regarding the vows? You will choose with your conscious awareness. You can say this sentence: with my conscious awareness and power of my free will, I choose to break the vow of, and then fill in the blank. Okay, I break this vow in this timeline or any timeline across all time, space, dimensions of all universe, known or unknown to me, consciously or unconsciously taken, period. And then you do this one by one. Okay, if something comes up, if you have energies, if you have flashes, if you have inner work to do, so act accordingly. You don't have to do them like in a row, like super fast. You just do them at your own pace in a way that it's healing and aligned for you. Okay. Regarding the imprints, we can do very similar thing. But in this case, instead of saying I break this, I say I release. I release myself from the imprint of persecution that I have experienced in this lifetime or in any lifetime across all time, space, dimensions of all universe. And then you add this, I will explain. I forgive myself for having persecuted anyone in any lifetime, in any dimension, across all time, space, dimensions. And I forgive anyone who has persecuted me. Why in this imprint it's necessary? Because the imprint is a template for experiences where in some lifetimes we are the ones being the persecutors and the others we are the persecuted. If we don't forgive, we anchor in that experience. Because the only thing that we are receiving in this lifetime is because we have created this outgoing energy, it's coming back full circle. So we have the experience of both polarities, and then when they are integrated, boom, we come back to center, to point zero. It's like dismantling a tower of Lego, so then you can build again. Okay? If you don't forgive yourself, and you don't forgive others, you are still pulling one of the polarities. If you pull one of the polarities, they don't move like independently. If you pull one of the polarities, the other goes like this. You see? Even if you think you're just moving this doesn't go. So pulling this back creates this experience. Pulling this to the center, you neutralize it, you nullify it, and then it's released. So again, you do this for each line of the list that I gave you. And you go through the process. If something comes up, then something comes up. And even if you don't believe that you are forgiving, even if you don't think that you have to forgive yourself, trust me on this. I perceive this from an energetical level. I could see the changes in me. And there are more people in the world also working with this type of approach, especially in regards to light workers, with people that want now to show up to be healers, psychic healers, to be other modalities that include spiritual gifts and be of service, because we have deliberately chosen this time of ascension and transition of the planet Earth and her, I will call her, and her consciousness flip to lift us up, to propel us forward in this ascension, so we can like bring all of the things that were not integrated and then ascend higher. And we have all these conditions around us that help us. So this momentum is like kind of more unique. It's not that other lifetimes we didn't have the power, we didn't have the universe was not available with all the resources. Yes, But now here we are co-creating experience with souls incarnated and not just, also other souls assisting from the other realms, the astral realm, that is more unique than others. So it's an unique opportunity to close all this up, to come to point zero and then create a new, from zero, new reality. Like if you didn't have anything from your past, like what you did, what people did to you, what your trauma, what you were, your identity, your definitions, what you like, what, all of that can be like put a reset on it, and you build it again and create the life that you want using the resources that you had, but with a clear template. So there is no vows blocking you, there is no negative imprints of other energies that you don't need to experience anymore. Okay? So I hope this helped. If you have doubts, please comment below. If you want to leave a comment to help the channel and support me, I also appreciate. You can subscribe to my channel or do donations on PayPal. You can see this in the main page. Okay? Thank you so much. And as always, I used to say, be kind to yourself today.